Good morning to all of you. It is my pleasant task to welcome you all of you who are watching the program, and thank you all for the support that you have given on this auspicious occasion when the new Rubber Product Incubation Center set up by Rubber Board in the campus of Rubber Research Institute of India in the building of Advanced Center for Rubber Technology is dedicated to the nation. I would be guilty of repeated repetition if I talk more about the crisis caused by the lockdown following the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us are aware about the difficulties and distress caused to all sectors of the rubber industry value chain. The rubber growers, about 1.3 plus in number, are bogged down by low prices caused by low demand. The rubber dealers and processors are worried about the demand from the industry, which is low as of now, whereas the consuming industry, on the other hand, is worried and in many ways apprehensive about the global economic situation, which teeters on the brink of a recession. So there is a lot of uncertainty ahead, and how do you tackle that? That is the challenge. Rubber Board is an institution which is set up by the government to enrich all sectors of the rubber value chain: the growers, the processors, the dealers, and the consuming industry. As you are all aware, the rubber is agricultural product grown on a tree, but ultimately finds its use as an industrial raw material. Broadly, the industry consuming rubber is classified into tire and non-tire. About 2 decades ago, the ratio between the tire and non-tire was somewhere in the region of 55 to 45. But of late, the ratio has become a bit more tilted in favor of tire sector. Presently, it is somewhere in the region of 70:30. That is only natural given the fact that the automobile industry in the country faced a boom which reflected onto the tire sector also. So like we have all the major auto majors now setting up shop in India to manufacture their products, we have a situation of all the major tire companies also setting up manufacturing facilities in the country. Plus, the Indian rubber companies today rank among the best in the world. But along with that, we have to think about the non-tire sector also, which is a very vibrant and in many ways more important to the economy than the big size tire sector. The non-tire sector has a range of products. They export products worth almost 11,700 crores every year. They provide employment to lakhs of people, and most of them are falling under the category of small, micro and medium industries. It is to cater to the interests of this sector that this Rubber Product Incubation Center has been envisaged and planned. How does the incubation center work? Broadly, an entrepreneur can come to the center either with ideas or with a semi-finished product or even with a finished product. Then he can use the facilities available here to convert his ideas into tangible products. The unfinished products can be upgraded to finished products. The finished products can be further improved and improvised into world-class products. You can make use of the facilities here, the machineries here, the equipments here. The technical acumen of the scientists working in the Rubber Board will be at your disposal. The vast library with the journals will be available to you. The training facilities will be available. So all the facilities that are available in Rubber Board will be at the disposal of all the entrepreneurs who come to this center. At the last estimate, there are around 4,500 units working in the non-tire sector, which I said which, as I said, most of which fall under the category of small, micro and medium units. Most of them will not have the wherewithal to have their own centers for research and development. It is up to them to utilize this facility here, so that this can be an extension of their own premises. In addition, any person, a grower, a developer, any entrepreneur can utilize the facilities here to convert his ideas into reality. So this is a prime function of this center. There is one more objective. We have been hearing a lot and experiencing about the changes that the actions of man had caused on the environment. We are aware about the impact of climate change, the changes in weather patterns and all that. But the pandemic has made us realize the gravity of the problem. So is there a need for setting the clock back and moving towards products that are more environment friendly? We talk about the overuse of plastic. Is there a potential for rubber to replace plastic? I'll give a very simple example of what this center can attain. Now, you are all aware about root trainer cups. I'll show an example of that. This is a regular root trainer cup made of plastic. As you know, a rubber plant is placed inside this root trainer cup, and when the farmer places it into the soil, he takes out the plastic cup, throws it away and plants the root alone. Now, as a replacement for that, this center has developed a cup made of rubber. Now, this is a cup made of rubber. There are 3 others here which are all made of rubber. The advantage is that the farmer need not take it off. He can just keep the cup like this into the soil. All that he has to do is to cut through the grooves which are here through with a simple blade or a knife, and then keep the cup with the root inside the soil. The roots will sprout through the grooves that have been cut, and you don't have to take it away. As you all know, natural rubber is biodegradable, so you don't have to worry about its degradation or its further causing any damage to environment. At one stroke, we can do away with the use of plastics that have been henceforth been used for utilize in the rubber by the rubber farmers as the root trainer cup. So the first step, it's a very simple example of what a center like this can accomplish, both by way of increased consumption of rubber for converting ideas into reality and towards conservation of environment. So this is one example. Now there will be many more such ideas that entrepreneurs will have, which can develop here, which can be developed using the acumen of the people working here and with the machineries and equipments available here. So the intention is simple. This center is for the people. I would say let 1,000,000 ideas bloom, and may all them develop into reality, into viable rubber products, which would help the sector to grow. Before I conclude, I should congratulate the people who have been working behind it. They are all around me at the table. Dr. James Jacob is the director of the center. Dr. Usha is the director of training, who also does the job of secretary. Dr. C.B. Varghese, Mr. Surendran, Nishyat Rahman, Madhu, they all played a big role in converting this dream into a reality. This is one of the dreams of the rubber board for quite some years, but unfortunately it could be fulfilled only at this juncture. All of them have put their heart and soul. I'll be failing if I don't make a mention about the other officers who have supported them. Shortage of time prevents me from listing out their names, but there is a whole host of officers who have worked day and night to ensure that this center became a reality within the specific time limit that was kept for them. Now, I spoke about the challenge that we face in this times of COVID pandemic. How do you tackle that? Simple solutions are always there, but they are the most difficult ones. Be brave, stay positive, and look forward. I read that no other community has the tenacity to face the ups and downs of life, the ebbs and flows that life brings, with the same resilience as a farming community. So I don't have to advise or exhort the farming community to be brave and positive. We have always been brave and positive. This center is meant as a way of looking forward, so that more products can be made using rubber, more efforts at creating a approach which is friendlier to environment, and with the consumption increasing, there will be increased demand for rubber, and it will benefit all sectors of the rubber value chain, from the farmer to the processor to the manufacturer and ultimately the public. With these few words, I dedicate this center to the nation, and I wish all of you all success, and I hope and pray that this center becomes the harbinger of a great change in the rubber industry as a whole. Thank you very much. I'd also like to mention that we have two entrepreneurs here with us today, Mr. Sibi Sebastian and Mr. Sudhindran. They would like to share about what they look at from the center, what are their hopes, what are their aspirations, and what are their needs which they feel the center would be able to satisfy. I'll hand over to them. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Your honorable auspicious in this good occasion. I am very glad to be here as the first student of this institute. Actually, in 1980, there was a program started here in this institute, a refresher course for rubber goods manufacturers. I was a student at that, in the first batch. At that time, I was a graduate student in the college. My name is Sibi Sebastian. I am from Kottayam only. At that time, I was a student, a final year student, and I got a chance to participate in the first refresher course conducted in this institute. So it was very useful for me. Like that, at that time, a 3 weeks course was there. They are giving lecture notes, scientists and professors, they are giving lecture notes, and it was very useful. After that, after that I started my industry in Changanasheri, and a small scale industry of rubber molding goods. And I never looked for any job. From that age, from the age of 20 onwards, I am looking in this industry. I am making different types of rubber products. And still, now it's almost 40 years. This is 40 years time. I am very glad to be here. It's my privilege to stand here because I am the student of this institute, as well as a product of this institute. I am in this line in the rubber industry. I have running 5-6 industries in different line in rubber, mostly natural rubber based rubber. We are making mostly rubber flooring. That is my industry. We are mainly focusing on the bulk quantity usage of rubber. We need to use quantity of rubber. Small things can be done by anybody, but we have a good bulk production of natural rubber in Kerala. We have to use that. We have to dispose that. Then only we will get a demand. Then only we get a big industries here. So I am focusing on that line, mostly using natural rubber based products and also synthetic rubber based products for bulk quantity. So this is flooring is my main. This is used for mostly for play areas. Usually, previously we don't seriously bother about the ground what we are playing, in the cement or in the mud, wherever, on the grass. But all those things cause injury. But we found that when we are using the rubber, the floor, any type of play, any play, badminton, volleyball, indoor, outdoor game, when we use the rubber floor, the percentage of injury is very less, and we will get the best efficient. And we are replacing the many synthetic polymers with that. So I have I have 2-3 industries in rubber-based products, rubber flooring, and synthetic flooring, soft flooring, EVA-based product, EPDM-based product. Like that, many products I am doing now. My products are mostly in industrial estate, Changanasheri. We have different kinds of products. And I am very happy to say that whenever I get a doubt, even I am using the help of our CB Varghese, whenever we have a doubt. And I was using that. And this center is, I think, it's a very important step of the rubber board you have done to the industrial community, especially rubber industrial community in Kerala or in India. We have to go very long. When we are in the market, we have a lot of export clients. When we are approaching the market with a product, they are showing the products coming from China or from Malaysia or from Thailand or somewhere. So we have to compete with that. Mainly the product technology and whatever they are bringing is always better than what we are bringing. So we can able to do the same or better than that. We have two advantages. One, our beloved Prime Minister said that we have to be self-sufficient. In the rubber also we have to be self-sufficient. We need not to import any more material. We have to make all the things in India or in Kerala or in India. We need not to go anywhere. So we have to export also. So now that should be the plan of this project. We have to make many products. Mostly 55,000 products are there which is written there in the rubber. But we are doing hardly 100 or 200 or 500 products already. But we have to go a very long way. The technology and whatever the things available, we have to mingle the other people also. Technology and whatever the help you can do. We also have some experience in the market and the production line that we will share with the people. And now my new product, I am looking for the product which can be used with a natural rubber based outdoor application. Usually natural rubber cannot be used for outdoor application. As you know, there are the degradation, ozone, UV, these problems are there. We have to develop products which is suitable for outdoor application. That we are on the way. I think in 2 months my products will be in the market. We are on the way because due to this pandemic situation and this lockdown, I am unable to bring the machines and things. We can do that. So I am getting the regular help and from the people here, and it is a very good center. You have to. I think it is very late already. We have to do it some 10-15 years back. At that day onwards, we are telling the people we are. Why don't you regular course method, regular system to bring the people, they are interested in this developing polymers and products and marketing. You can do that. I am not talking too much because this is a very good step from the part of the rubber board. I appreciate all the officials, scientists and government of India for this step. Otherwise, problem is we have to depend the labs from the Chennai or from Bombay or somewhere else. They don't give you 100% support. Whatever they pay, but they don't have full-hearted support. But we are here, I think we'll get a full-hearted our products for the various needs, for the international demands. That we are doing that. I thank you so much for the privilege. I'm so glad to invite me for this occasion because I am the first student in that. At that time, there were only 13 students was there. It's all your people retired, and I was one of them. I was the youngest at that time. Now I am running many industries here. I thank you all, sir.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sudhindran. I am representing a company, EOC Polymers India Private Limited. So, EOC group, we are into the production of styrene butadiene latex. Mainly, we are serving to at the moment we are serving to various segments like the paper coatings, carpets and construction industries like waterproofing and all. And now the thing is that because of this pandemic, we know that there is n number of requirements from glove industries. So this is our idea. It's a novel idea what we are bringing with rubber board scientists, how we can merge our product with natural latex, or we can make a modified natural latex for this glove industry. That is the reason why I'm here. And obviously, after the initial meeting with Sibi sir, this is a brilliant step, what I feel, from rubber board. It's a rubber product incubation center in order to promote the new entrepreneurs. It is very, very appreciable thing, and wishing thousands of lakhs of billions of product developments has to happen from this institution. And on behalf of EOC Polymers India Private Limited, I wish you all the success to this organization. Thank you very much.
Honorable Executive Director and Chairman and Executive Director, my senior colleague from the Rubber Board, Director Training and Secretary in charge, Director Finance in charge, colleagues from the various departments of the Rubber Board, it is my duty to extend a vote of thanks to Honorable Chairman and Executive Director for having come over here to dedicate the Rubber Products Incubation Center to the nation this morning. As the Chairman and Executive Director was mentioning, an innovation center is all about ideas and concepts. The brain behind this innovation center, Products Incubation Center, is none other than our Chairman and Executive Director. This has been there for some time around, but when the COVID-19 lockdown set in, our Chairman insisted that this is the time that we have to do something to handhold the rubber products manufacturing sector, particularly the MSME sector. And he wanted new entrepreneurs, startup groups, youngsters, students, maybe the next generation children of the rubber growers themselves, in addition to the already established entrepreneurs from the industry, to come to the research institute with their brilliant ideas, and we in turn try to help them to convert their ideas and concepts into tangible products, processes or services for the benefit of the industry at large. Sir, but for your proactive leadership, we know that this would not have materialized so fast, particularly at a time when we face a lot of difficulties in terms of logistics, in terms of budgetary constraints, etc. But on a very shoestring budget, with the able leadership of our Executive Director, we had been able to commence our center today. On behalf of all my colleagues gathered here, sir, I would like to promise you that we will do our very best to live up to the expectations and to live up to the vision and mission of this Rubber Products Incubation Center. Thank you very much for your leadership, sir. Thank you so much. I would also like to say a special word of thanks to Secretary in charge and Director Training, Director of Finance. These days it is very difficult life for Director of Finance, but we had a seamless, way of doing things the last couple of weeks. Thank you very much for your great support. And I would also like to thank our two incubators who have decided to come and work with us, share their ideas with us. Thank you very much for coming by. We would also like to thank all the members of the Indian Rubber Fraternity who would be watching live this inaugural function. We count on you. We know that there are billions of ideas, bright people are there. Now we have a formalized way of dealing with you. So this is the center where you can come, you can make use of our expertise, our infrastructure, our library, our other facilities, so that we can convert your products, your ideas and innovations into products. Thank you very much for joining. Finally, but not the least, I must thank all my colleagues from the various departments, particularly from the Rubber Technology, Technical Consultancy, Training, Engineering department, who had been working literally, round the clock to make this happen this morning. Once again, I thank all of you and wish you all the best. Thank you very much. So now we will have a quick walking tour of the incubation center, sir. And the walking tour will be followed by a live streaming of